Hey, juniors, Mr. Dean here. We decided for our college and career day today to kind of create some checklists so that you can kind of go through the process and do a little bit of a self evaluation and see, are you on track and what are you wanting to do? Because guess what, juniors? You're 60 days or so away from the end of the semester, and then you're seniors, and you've got a year until you're out of here walking across the stage and getting your diploma. So the fact of the matter is, things are going to creep up on you quickly. One of the other things that I want you to think about too is um, senior year starts off with a bang. And you've never been a senior before, but here's a guy who's taught a bunch of seniors. You start off senior year, and then immediately we're like, hey, you're a senior. Congratulations. We've got homecoming, and we hit all that stuff up through homecoming. Then we have football season. Everybody's all rah rah and everything like that. You get to October, you start thinking about Halloween, and then all of a sudden it's November, and it's like, oh crap, college app season. Literally, most college apps are due in the month of November. So it creeps up on you quick because senior year is a busy year. So here's the deal. You need to start thinking about things now to set yourself up so that you can make a good decision and good application decisions when you start that first semester. So the first thing we want you to think about is, are you on track to graduate? Okay, think about those things. Did you miss a couple of classes? Do we need to get you into a summer school class or apply for summer school? Do you need to go ahead and take an Odyssey Ware class? Maybe you still need to take your health class requirement. Maybe you didn't take it in person. You got to take it through Odyssey Ware or something. Let's get those things out of the way because senior year is fast and you do not want to have your senior year get derailed because you overlooked something. Right now, you still have plenty of time. So guess what? Let's take care of business there. If you're not on track at the moment, what options do you have? It's be a good time for you to make an appointment with your guidance counselor and be like, hey, what do I got? Do I need to pick up some credits? How do I do that? Let's brainstorm that because right now you have some time. If you procrastinate, you're going to wind up not getting those opportunities you want because you're going to run out of time. Okay. Also, as we go through this checklist, end of the year activities. Now, your end of the year activities are not nearly as many as seniors, and they're not going to be nearly as expensive as seniors, but you still got to save up some cash, especially if some of you guys, you can only get so many hours at your job and everything like that. So are you planning on going to knots? Are you planning on going to prom? Maybe there's some other activity that you're wanting to do. What's that going to look like? Start planning out the cost and start putting that money forward, because if you can pay for those things early, especially for prom, you're going to save some money going on there. And then last thing we want you to do is kind of think about your college and career decisions. Now, if you're thinking about college as an option, then use this list as a college option and start putting that together. If you're a person that's like, I'm not leaning towards college, I'm thinking about more of a career mindset, then use this list as a career mindset to get those things in your head. But if you can put these things down on paper, that will help you make decisions later on. So, for example, what's in your dream list? So, what are your absolute must-haves in a college or a career that you want to be part of? Now, you can make a copy of this list. They're going to put the instructions in the slide, but you can add, there's only 4 there, but you can add as many as you want. But like, hey, I want my job to have this. For me, I mean, let me just pick a silly one. I do not do well in the sun. I will turn into a lobster man. I literally will burn. So like if I was thinking of a career thing, man, I do not want to be outside, or else I will just be crispy all day and not have a good time. So maybe having an indoor job is something that you want. Maybe you want to go to a college that offers a certain program. What are the things that are absolute must haves? Think about, and it can be anything, types of programs. Maybe you want to be close to home. Maybe you do not want to be close to home and you want to get the heck away from your parents. Whatever that is, what needs to happen on there? So what are the absolute must haves? The next one, what are the deal breakers? What are things that you absolutely cannot have in an opportunity? You do not want it in your college. You do not want it in a career. They're the deal breakers. Write those down because it's always good to know what those deal breakers are so that you don't stumble into a bad opportunity and then wind up having a bad time. Then think about financial aid. If you're a college person, financial aid's important. Hey, how am I going to pay for this thing? I don't want to be in a bunch of debt when I get out of there, or maybe my parents can't afford to send me to this really expensive school. Well, what needs to happen on the financial aid side? If you're looking at career side, how much money do I need to make in order to fund the lifestyle that I want to be able to have? Okay, start making those financial decisions. And then Lastly, what colleges or jobs are you interested in investigating? Now is the time, especially the juniors. And if you're avid, you guys have probably already been doing this for quite a while. But if you were late to the party, right now is the time for you to start thinking, hey, I want to look at this school. I want to look at this opportunity, maybe the military, something like that. I want to look at that now so that we can make a good decision later. All right, get to it.